Welcome back to another episode of the Real Madrid Career Mode here on FC 24. It's Season 3, Episode 4. We're in the final season of this career mode. We will go ahead and get through this season, and we're going to go ahead and move on to another career mode later on towards the end of the month-ish. Currently standing, though, in this current season, we sit third in La Liga with 10 games played, 20 points scored for, or 20 points obtained, I should say. Villarreal are above us by 2 points. Barcelona are above us by 4 points. We have Barcelona in today's episode. We also have OGC Nice in a reverse fixture in which we win this. We are through no matter what because Spurs can only get up to 5, 8, 11 points. So they can only get to 11 points. We win this, we go up to 12. We are through no matter what, at least first or second in the group. Other than that, it is looking good. We will obviously have more action to come tomorrow. Tomorrow will be this month wrapping up the Champions League. And if we didn't win this game against OGC Nice, these Champions League games get a little bit more important. But for today, we are obviously going to focus on the league heavily. I have been trying to focus on the league a lot heavier. And with that saying, me focusing on the league a lot heavier, we have actually been struggling. Also been struggling because of sliders. But for now, we are going to go ahead and take on Sevilla. As Kubo scores his first goal of the season last time, we're going to play Sevilla, who's currently sitting on 8 points. So they're not quite on form. And then we're going to go ahead and get into that OGC Nice game. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. Over 90% of y'all aren't subscribed that watch these videos. So go ahead and do me a favor. Leave a subscription. I'm trying to get the 5K by the end of the year. I was on a roll before the end of the year last year. But unfortunately, things happen. And I just stopped growing. I kind of hit a brick wall. This is your starting 11 to take on Sevilla. If you notice something weird, then strap in. Alphonso Davies at left winger instead of left back. Fran Garcia is behind him. Davies obviously has the pace. He has a crossing. He also has a finishing on his stats as well. So we're gonna go ahead and try him at left winger. He's a +1, so he doesn't like lose anything. So it's actually kind of great there. Bernardo Silva starts in the midfield alongside Tua Shameni, and then Kubo starts instead of Rodrigo. So a pretty much somewhat rotated / heavy rotated side here as we take on Sevilla, who currently only have 8 points in the league. This should theoretically be an easy win, but obviously with sliders, anything can happen these days. And Mbappe, I was tempted to drop Mbappe, but you just can't drop the best striker in the league, in the world, in the game. You just can't do it. It's into Rafa Mir. Bastoni intercepted that too. Shameni gets it to Bellingham. Bellingham out wide for Davies. Davies now into Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva, a heavy touch, but he still maintains possession. He finds Kubo. Kubo crossing is going to actually fall for Davies. Davies wins the first ball. He actually handled it, so we lose the ball there. Mbappe will get it back, though. Kylian Mbappe now can't get past the defender, but we'll get it back. It's Kylian Mbappe. Can't find Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva chasing it down, though, into Jude. Jude can't find Mbappe. Jude Bellingham intercepted that brilliantly. Now Alphonso Davies. He's going to find Kylian. Kylian back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva on his left foot. Trying to go far post. Stefan gets the save. The American goalkeeper. It's Tua Shameni to put into the box. Eder Militao, possibly no. Bernardo Silva, volley. Keeper straight at him. Bernardo. Oh, that's actually Kubo. Into Davies on the volley. A beautiful finish from Alfonso. Playing left wing, and he's still scoring goals. We don't need him at left back. We have another attacker on our hands just as well as another defender. A great defender, in fact, and a great scorer, it looks like. Beautiful first-time finish to get it past Zach Steffen. And Real Madrid take the lead over Sevilla 1-0. I can't lie, it's been coming. We've been putting them under the pressure. And they've been crumbling. They finally break down. Oscar, Oliver Torres, Jude Bellingham, Fran Garcia, Bernardo Silva looking just to send it up for Davies. Davies now a touch away from the defender, possibly. No, he did well there to hang with it. We'll find Bernardo Silva out wide, looking to cross it in, possibly for Davies. That didn't work out. We're going to halftime, up 1-0. Alphonso Davies, the left winger, Tactical Kubo looking to send it down the flank here. Instead, going to actually find middle, which Julian Alvarez is wide open. And Julian Alvarez is going to find the near post. And he's going to extend this lead to 2-0. And that should be enough to get all 3 points here against Sevilla. A very, very good team that is struggling very badly. Not only in real life, but also as well in career mode, it seems like. They sit on 8 points currently. And after this game, they're still going to be sitting on 8 points. Look, Bacchio crossed in. They're looking for a consolation goal at this point. They finally started to learn how to attack. And here's Jimenez. And Jimenez does get a consolation goal. It's literally at the end of the game. It's the second to last kick of the game. As my kickoff will be the whistle blown. But they get one back. It's a 2-1 win. Thankfully, we got that second goal with Alvarez. Actually sealed the deal like I said it would have. They get that consolation goal. We're still walking out here with all 3 points. But Sevilla make it look a lot more respectable. To be fair, it was a tightish game, kind of. It was a tight game scoreline-wise. We just couldn't really score. We've been dominant. That was their first real attack in that whole second half. Ballon d'Or winner celebrations here. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it is going to be Vinicius Jr. He's going to go ahead and win the Ballon d'Or from season 2 to season 3. Great efforts for him. He was one of the best. I'm surprised it's not Kylian Mbappe, to be honest. I figured it might have been Kylian Mbappe. It's not. They give it to Vinny Jr., and honestly, fair enough. He probably deserved it. And to be fair, they probably didn't give it to Mbappe because he was out for 3 months. And it's, yeah, that probably makes it right. Yeah, that makes sense. Mallorca is up next, and they're even worse than Sevilla. Quick Sim 1-1. I gotta stop quick simming games. Cause watch, Barcelona's gonna win that game on this weekend as well, aren't they? If Barcelona win this, I'm done quick simming games. I really am, cause it's pointless. In all honesty, it's pointless trying to quick sim games. They actually don't, cause we are still 4 points behind. Oh, that's actually Villarreal. So Barcelona actually lost. They finally lost. Their invincible little streak is over. And now every single team of the La Liga have lost a game. So Villarreal are now back up top. We are 3 points behind Barcelona, 4 points behind Villarreal. So Villarreal is now top of the table, and Barcelona becomes that little less important. Up next is OGC Nice in the reverse fixture. We beat them last time out. We got to beat them again. We beat them. Like I said, we go top. Well, not top. We go through no matter what happens in the last 2 games of the group stages. Zavakovic is Richarlison. I try to read him going to the left. Richarlison goes right. 1-0 for Jim and Richarlison the pigeon. Arnu. Rodrigo, Valverde, Mbappito off target. Valverde, Arnu sent it all the way to Rodrigo. Rodrigo crossed in. Mbappe, a heavy touch. That's terrible. Jude Bellingham on the second ball. Down to Vinicius. Is Diamante? Oh, I have Diamante playing, not Eder Militao. Up again into Jude Bellingham again. Jude into Mbappe. Mbappe touch shot straight at the keeper. Rebound cleared before Mbappe could get his head to it. Kylian Mbappe now. Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappito! 1-1. Real Madrid level it up, and it's that man Mbappe to get it done as well. Kylian. Can we go now? Can we take the lead now? Kylian. Marcelo trying to take him out. Kylian is going to lay it off. He's going to fall to Jamal Musiala. Surely a touch on that. Surely a touch on that. Eder Militao's off or on for Diamante. They want to take the win here. Can I win the ball back? Yes, Jude Bellingham. Go. Vinicius. This would be classic EA if I actually win this now. It's Vinicius Jr. I had the pass to Mbappe. I should have just kept that with Vinicius. I absolutely whiffed that. A 1-1 draw. We're going to have to go to the fifth match day, I should say, as we only draw against OGC Nice. But however, our plan is still to top the table, so we're going to have to play that game anyway. At least the Tottenham game, the last game of the group stage. But for now, we're not through yet. And with Tottenham drawing actually against Salzburg, I was banking on the fact that they would win that game. We're actually through with that draw anyway, because Spurs can now only get 9 points if they win their 2 games in hand. Obviously, we can still not get top of the table. We do just need 2 points out of our last 2 games to get top of the table against Spurs and Salzburg. And then we would be top of the table, as OJC Nice can only get up to 11 points. We obviously finish on 16. But we are through to the next round no matter what happens in these last 2 games. Whether or not we finish first or second, I'm honestly not too worried about it, because sometimes you get first place teams that or you get second place teams that should finish in first, and then you get drawn against them. Somebody like Liverpool, somebody like Man City, for example. They obviously won't finish in second, but sometimes they finish in second, then you kind of get screwed over. But it won't really make a different thing, as Newcastle is struggling with 2 points. And I'm just kind of like Barcelona there. I don't know if the game has it coded to where we can't draw them, but possibly playing against Barcelona, obviously. Villarreal, obviously, if we can, then yeah. Bayern Munich is somebody who I would not want to face off against in the first round. So maybe finishing second there wouldn't be too bad of a thing. Anybody else there, just have it on for them. A very difficult game against Celta Vigo. We are going to go ahead and simulate through it. We'll jump in if need be, but hopefully the boys can get the job done. And I got to remember to put Eder Militao in the starting 11 for good, because it still has Diamande, because it had Saliba originally, and then it replaced him with Diamande. Kylian Mbappe opens the scoring in the 58th minute. 1-0 for Real Madrid. And that is good enough to get all 3 points. Mbappe's solo goal in the 57th minute there. It's good enough to get all 3 points. We walk out of there, which could have been a tricky situation. It turned out to be quite a tight game there. And now we are playing up against Barcelona, currently 3 points behind them. Still 4 points behind Villarreal. This is a very good game. This could get us back into the title race that we're not technically out of quite yet. And obviously the season is still quite young, but this could push us up closer to that Villarreal mark, in which we need to kind of come on top of them. This is Barcelona's team. It's Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, Rafinha, Ceballos starting for them. Eric Garcia as center defensive mid role, if I'm not mistaken. Gavi, Borja, Linglet, Tapsoba, and Koundé. Who is on their bench then? They have Pedri on the bench, Raspadori on the bench, Wan-Bissaka, Ansu Fati. I would start instead of Ferran Torres. They still have Mukhtar. They have Araujo, the right back, and then Inaki Peña as their goalkeeping backup option. We're going with our full strength 11 here. Not going to try and mess with things. I'm going to keep it simple for the big game at the Bernabeu. Let's get into it. Diamande still center back is in here. Rodrigo to the top for Mbappe. Mbappe might be in behind it early. The defender's trying to play a high line. It didn't work out too well for them. Courtois, or Ter Stegen, I should say, not Courtois. Ter Stegen makes up for it. Valverde in towards Mbappito. Mbappe getting constantly stopped by Ter Stegen here. Valverde, Mbappe again, second time's the charm. Jamal Musiala, how's your long shot? Not the greatest. It's an awful angle anyway. Vinicius Jr. right before halftime. Vinicius Jr. saves straight at Ter Stegen. Out for a corner. Valverde crossed in. Mbappe to head it in. Kylian Mbappe! We finally get the breakthrough right before halftime, as well as Kylian Mbappe to give us a lead against Barcelona. And we go level on points with them at the moment, as things stand. Possibly should be doing better than that defending. Possibly keeper. I mean, if Lenglet actually jumps here instead of just standing his ground, he did a little mini hop. He probably should win that header, in all honesty, but Mbappe wants it more. Mbappe gets it. And we go in halftime up 1-0 against the El Clasico rivals in Barcelona. Yeah. What was that? I don't know who the heck just took out one of their players, but holy cow. Here comes Lewandowski. He gets past Diamande. And Lewandowski level things up here. It's 1-1. I did say they weren't out of it completely. It's not like they've been getting dominated. They've been in this game. And possibly they deserve that. Mbappito, Kylian, Musiala, Vinicius Jr. first time finish. Paisha took extra touches. 3 changes for this Real Madrid side here, as Musiala, Rodrigo, and Diamande all coming off. Bernardo Silva, Pedro Gonçalves, and Eder Militao all coming on. It's unfortunate that I had to make a substitute at that center back position, but unfortunately I gotta remember to put Diamande out and put Eder Militao in that starting position. So we kind of have to waste one of our 5 subs there, but it might not matter as Jude Bellingham finds Mbappe. Mbappe can't find him back. Neto, his shot instantly blocked by Tapsoba. Danny Ceballos, Davies wins that. He can't really clear it though. Bastoni will find Arnu somehow. Can he find Bernardo Silva? No, but Bernardo Silva slide tackle to win it back, and then Mbappe finds Bernardo Silva in tons of space, and Bernardo Silva to give Real Madrid the lead. I thought he missed that. He did it. It's Real Madrid 2, Barcelona 1, and with 9 minutes left to go, you start to think, is that the winner there? Vinicius. Bernardo Silva, Kylian Mbappe to really put this game to bed. Kylian Mbappe! Real Madrid take all 3 points off of Barcelona. They were in this game for a really long time until now. The Real Madrid takeover is here. And we are going to go level on points with Barcelona at the end of this game. Both of us on 30. 1 point behind Villarreal. But we're one step closer to that Villarreal target, in which I thought it was going to be Barcelona for the longest time because they were invincible at the start of this episode. They lost the game. Eder Militao intercepts that. Bernardo Silva now. Kylian Mbappe. Vinicius Jr. The boys are flowing. The boys are flying now. Vinny Jr. gets stopped. As soon as I say the flying, Vinny Jr. gets stopped. But that should be it. That's going to be game over. A 3-1 win over Barcelona. It definitely didn't feel like a 3-1 win. It felt like a 1-1 draw, in all honesty. Barcelona were very good majority of that game. We just get that second goal. We quickly get that third to seal the deal. And the boys are walking out of their home ground with all 3 points, sending Barcelona camping. And Villarreal do win that game, so they actually still maintain 4 points ahead of us. We will see them in the semifinal of the Super Cup. We will see them some point later on in the season in the league. But for now, we're going to go ahead and end the episode there, sitting in second. We have a better goal difference than Villarreal. We just got to catch up to them. We obviously have a better goal difference and better head-to-head against Barcelona as we win 3-1. We will go ahead and go there. But next episode, we will wrap up the Champions League. We will not really wrap up. We will play some more league games. In fact, it might be 3 league games. It might be all 3 league games here in a row instead of Champions League football. And then the January transfer window on Thursday will include the Super Copa against Villarreal. When do we play Villarreal in the league again? No, we don't play them all the way to March, which we might be muffled with Champions League fixtures as well, so that could get interesting down the line. But for now, that's the end of this episode. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and I will see y'all tomorrow for the next episode. Peace out.